You've heard about gold. You've heard about inflation. You've heard about markets crashing, currencies collapsing, economies stretching to the breaking point. But almost nobody is talking about the one asset that could completely rewrite the financial map of the next decade: silver. And today I'm going to show you why silver isn't just a precious metal, why it isn't just a safe haven, why it isn't just a commodity, but why silver is quietly forming one of the most explosive setups we've seen in modern financial history. Because right now, at around $50 per ounce, silver is drawing a tight, powerful, pressure-loaded flag pattern, the kind of pattern that doesn't just break, it erupts. And if you think 54 was a record, you haven't seen anything yet. By the end of this video, you'll understand why silver's next stops could realistically be $60, then $80, and eventually $100+ in just a few weeks or months. Not years, not decades, months. But let's start with the truth nobody tells you. You were trained to watch stocks. You were trained to trust banks. You were trained to think only gold matters during crisis. But silver? Silver is the underdog of the financial world. Underestimated, underpriced, underowned, and now under extreme pressure. Not downward pressure, explosive upward pressure. Because unlike gold, silver sits at the intersection of money, technology, industry, energy, geopolitics, manufacturing, currency, instability. It's not just a store of value, it's a strategic resource. Governments know this. Industries know this. Tech giants know this. And slowly, very slowly, the public is waking up. But you're early. Most people don't understand charts. They see lines. They see candles. They see noise. But what silver is forming right now is not noise. It's structure, compression, a tightening coil of energy, a bullish flag, one of the most powerful continuation patterns in technical analysis. Here's how it works. Price explodes upward. Price cools and consolidates. Price breaks out with the force of the entire previous rally, or more. What does that mean? It means the next leg could be just as big as the last one. The last one took silver from the mid-20s to over $50. So what's next? $60 is not a dream. $80 is not unrealistic. $100 is not crazy. Not in this environment, not with this chart, not with this pressure. But charts are only half the truth. Let me show you the part most people ignore. You've seen the headlines: wars heating up, trade tensions escalating, currencies weakening, supply chains breaking, central banks panic printing money, inflation becoming permanent instead of temporary. People think this only drives gold. But guess what? Silver has outperformed gold historically during real crisis moments. Why? Because silver has a secret weapon. It's both a safe haven and an industrial powerhouse. When fear rises, people buy silver. When tech demand rises, industries buy silver. When energy transitions accelerate, governments buy silver. When currencies weaken, everyone buys silver. One asset, two engines. Most assets have one. Silver has two. This is why the coming breakout could be violent. Here's something wild. More than half of all silver used today goes into industry. Not jewelry, not coins, not collectibles, but things civilization depends on. Solar panels, medical devices, robotics, precision electronics, EV components, satellite systems, AI-related hardware, clean energy infrastructure, military tech. Silver isn't optional. It's essential. Gold can sit in a vault forever. Silver cannot. It gets consumed permanently. Once silver is used in a circuit, chip, or panel, it's gone. This is why supply is becoming a major issue. Mines can't keep up. Recycling isn't enough. And demand is accelerating. Imagine a fuse burning toward an explosive barrel. That's the silver market right now. People think only gold is a reserve asset. But quietly, sovereign wealth funds, energy programs, defense agencies, technology ministries, industrial planners are adding silver to their stockpiles. Why? Because they see what's coming, a world where silver is the oil of the technological era, a foundational resource without substitute. If a country runs out of silver, its tech sector collapses. Its energy transition stalls. Its defense capabilities weaken. No government can allow that. So, they're buying. Quietly, slowly, strategically. And once governments start stockpiling a resource, the public never gets ahead of the price. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. The US dollar, the strongest currency on earth, is losing power. Slowly, quietly, but undeniably. Inflation isn't bad luck, it's policy. Money printing isn't temporary, it's permanent. Debt isn't manageable, it's out of control. Every dollar printed dilutes your savings. Every trillion created makes silver stronger. Because silver isn't a promise. It isn't debt. It isn't printable. It's real. And right now, real assets are becoming the only true insurance against a financial world held together with glue and hope. Let me ask you something. If your bank collapsed tomorrow, what would you do? We already watched Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, First Republic, multiple European banks, multiple Asian banks fail literally overnight. People couldn't withdraw money. Accounts were frozen. Depositors panicked. Do you think that can't happen again? The entire system is still running on. Leverage, confidence, liquidity, and fragile assumptions. When confidence breaks, people run to hard assets. When panic rises, people run to metal. When trust collapses, people run to silver. Because silver is not a bank promise. It's not a digital number. It's a physical asset. So, how high can silver actually go? Let's be conservative. Let's be realistic. Let's ignore hype. Here's the structure. Step 1. Break above $54, target $60. Step 2. Momentum surge, target $80. Step 3. Macro plus industrial demand, target 100 plus. Could it happen in 2 to 3 weeks? Possibly. A few months? Very realistic. The next cycle? Almost guaranteed. But remember, silver doesn't climb slowly. When silver moves, it erupts. Go look at history. Silver never goes up 5% per year. It goes up 5% per day when the squeeze begins. Here's the simple playbook if you want to protect yourself from inflation, currency decay, and system fragility. 1. Keep an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months. You need liquidity. You need flexibility. 2. Allocate a portion to precious metals. Not all. Not half. Just enough to hedge risk. Gold is great. Silver is undervalued. 3. Consider ETFs or mining stocks. This gives you leverage to rising prices. 4. Avoid keeping all your wealth in the banking system. Split it. Diversify it. Protect it. 5. Invest in high-value skills. The best hedge against any economy? Your own earning power. 6. Stay informed. Most people lose money because they don't understand the game. You do. The banking system is fragile. Currencies are weakening. Inflation is permanent. Debt is exploding. Governments are hoarding metals. Industries are consuming silver faster than it can be mined. And silver is coiling into the tightest bullish pattern in years. This isn't hype. This isn't speculation. This is math. This is supply and demand. This is macroeconomics. This is chart structure. This is reality. And the reality is simple. Silver is not prepared for what's coming. But you can be. Don't wait for the breakout. Understand it. Prepare for it. Position yourself wisely. And watch what happens when the world suddenly wakes up to the one asset they all ignored until it was too late. If this helped you see things differently, drop a comment and I will answer your questions. Subscribe for more honest finance content, and remember, smart money doesn't sit, it moves.